All right, so I rendered pork fat from the pork butt, and I'm now sauteing my pork. I'm gonna do 2 batches of pork, and I want to saute both sides. When it has color, that's when I'm gonna flip. For this particular dish, it's the salsa verde is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna like the green Mexican sauce that you can use it for like burritos. You can make yellow rice, throw it on top. You could actually put it like on a bed of lettuce with tomatoes, onions, a little bit of cheese, so you can have like a Mexican salad. One of my favorites is to make the Chile Verde sauce. So when this is all done, I'll move like all of the meat out to the side and then drop like an egg inside, and then you can use it. Ooh, look at the color on my pork. So that's the color that we're going for. I'm gonna have 2 batches because I don't want to crowd my pan. If you don't get the color, you're not gonna get the flavor. And the only thing that I pre-flavored this one was salt and pepper. I like to use kosher salt, but that's me being super pain in the butt kind, you know, mendokusai yatsu. Regular salt is okay, but kosher salt is a kind of like sweeter kind of salt, and it's not a saltiness that will like bam, like kick you right in the face. So I do like kosher salt just because it's milder. And then of course in my kitchen it's all about white pepper. So if you don't have white pepper, go ahead, use whatever kind of pepper you have, but again, it's like a milder flavor, a milder punch, which I prefer, but use whatever you have. So we're getting beautiful color on that. Don't mix it around too much. Let it just sit there. Let it get the color. While this is like sauteing, I'm over here being proactive, and I'm cutting up my onions to like the size of large dices, whatever that is. But I got that, and then I'm going to use 4 large cloves of garlic. And I am gonna be lazy. It's such an easy dish to make. So I cut up my garlic to like pieces like this, and then I'm just gonna use my handy dandy garlic press to just make things go a little bit faster. I like the color on this, so I'm gonna take this out of the pan, transfer it out, and then I'm gonna work on my second batch. Leave all the yumminess in the pan, of course. Don't clean your pan. I know I did that when I was cooking. Salt and peppered pork is gonna go in, and then we're just gonna make sure that we get color on that. It's about what, 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So whatever you do, don't move it around. Just let it sit, let it get color. I think it might be Jamie or Gordon Ramsay. It's all about the color. Make sure you get color on your meat. This one, the only thing I'm going to do, like I said, it's going to be the onions, it's going to be garlic, a little bit of water, and then we're just going to put the top on. And then maybe it'll cook for like an hour and a half. But super easy and super flavorful dish. Okay, I got color, so I'm gonna flip, and you don't need to cook it through because we're just gonna, you know, like I said, we're gonna cook it for like an hour and a half. So right now it's just about building colors, building flavor. There we go. Turn everything over. Woohoo! I love it. Looking delish. So this is great for the bachelors. And also those who are, you know, gonna go off to college and gonna be kind of bachelor, bachelorette, right? Okie doke, loving the sound. All right, so what I can do now is I can add my onions. So I'm just gonna throw these onions in. I'm not gonna stir yet. Okay, now I'm gonna stir a little bit. Okay. We got a couple of onions that went rogue. Throw them back in. And then the other, ooh, look at all the juices. Gonna put that in. Okay. And then now, you can hear it. Okay, on my back stove, I'm making broth, so that might be a little bit noisy. Anyhow, here goes the garlic. So I'm gonna use my little handy dandy little snasher. Ah, lovely. And if you don't have a garlic press and you want to invest in one, buy a really good one. Like, go out and buy the best one that you can. I think my favorite one, this one's really good. It's made in Switzerland, I reckon. But this one I spent maybe like 20, 30 bucks on, but it's lasted forever. And if you're like a garlic lover like I am, it's so worth it. There we go. So, got my garlic. And then we'll swoosh that around. Let's see. I think this guy had a big piece of garlic that went rogue. All right, here we go. Gonna saute this down a little bit. Smells lovely. Cool. So if you make this dish, you can put it on like street tacos. So if you have, corn tortillas, heat those up, put a schlob, a couple tablespoons of this on top with some fresh veg, and you're good to go. For breakfast, I also like to heat this up and then make a little hole in the middle. Heat it up in a pan, make a little hole, move the meat, to the sides, and then drop an egg in the middle. So it's like a Chile Verde egg kind of like dish. I'm throwing in, we don't have white wine, so I'm just gonna use like ozeki sake, about a quarter cup, half a cup. It's an eyeball recipe. Such a forgiving dish. Okay, and then now everything's boiling. So good. The sake has come up to a boil. Let's boil off the sake so that it's not pungent and not kicking us in the face. Remember that bowl that I put the cooked pork in? I wanted to get all the yumminess out of that, so I'm gonna put about, a quarter cup of water in there, kind of rinse it, slosh it around. Boom, there it goes. Okay, then in goes that salsa verde. Throw in the salsa verde. And again, let's rinse out the inside of the can. Maybe another quarter cup. Eyeball it. Get all the yumminess out. Boom. Okay, and I'm gonna say, once this starts to boil, I'm gonna turn it down to low. Cook for, like I said, hour and a half. Check out for the tenderness. When it's tender, when it's the consistency that you like it, turn it off and enjoy. But that's all. I mean, if you wanted to get ultra fancy, it's hard to get fancy with this dish though. You could throw in like a bay leaf or something. But this is good to go. My stove is at 10. I'm going to turn it down to maybe a 2 or a 3. Gonna cover it with some foil. So we're gonna keep like the juices going up and down, hitting the foil and then going back down to keep the yumminess all inside. So that's that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed your Chile Verde, and bon appetit.